Hello everyone. I'm kind of sort of far into this to start filming. I'm doing a new mosaic and I'm going to try, it's definitely like multimedia. And what I've done here, this stuff, it's today is going to be a good day. And I'm going to hang it right by my bed so it's the first thing I see every morning when I wake up. But I'm using a lot of different stuff here. What I did with this is, because I have a lot of wood, and I was trying to match sort of the color schemes of my bedroom, which is sort of browns and purples and dark, maroons and stuff. So I did this in polymer clay. Let's go up a little bit so you can see it better. And then, I baked polymer clay. The last time I did a lot of custom tiles with the keyboard Mosaic, and I used, real stoneware and stuff. In this case, it's not going to go out of the house, and I think it looks okay, And then I put a color coating of, it's not shellac, but it's either Mod Podge, or I'll tell you in a minute. I have two different things that I use. Mod Podge is one of them. I think that might have been what I used. But it's like a shellac clear coating. And then I also made these out of polymer clay too. And then after they were baked, I put it like a Mod Podge thing over it. And this is just sort of like a twisted thing, it's sort of twisted. And it is, it is like up on the ground. And then, off the ground rather, elevated I guess you could say. And I'm doing a board. I did a border. These are old stoneware ones that I just had leftovers. These are all stoneware and glass. This is pink stuff's glass. And same along the bottom. I left these squares here because I'm getting some, for jewelry making, some domed clear. And I'm going to put more text. I'm going to put more words, like love and joy and healing, I'm going to put more text in. And I think I'm even going to go maybe text diagonal, or I'm going to play around with that. And then what I did on this, too, it's also like a printout. And then I just used microscope slides, too, and I cut them up and stuff. I'll put this down for a second, and I'll show you that. This is what I started with. I tried a lot of different versions, I did them on Illustrator and Photoshop. I've got a bunch of different color combinations, and some were just plain white. The white was just too much. It was just too much, too shocking. Because I am gonna use a black grout, so there will be a black grout finish. So it is gonna be different looking than this in the end. And then, and this is also stoneware. Then I went over, I bought these at the craft store. It's for kids. It's like a whole big bucket of them. I went through and I sorted them all out into colors. And they're kind of like, I don't know, not chalk. They're thicker than chalk, but they're sort of crumbly and stuff. And I wasn't sure about using them before, but what I'm going to do, since I'm doing this whole multimedia thing, is I am using those. Around here and the bottom here, the inner sanctum here is all these are going to be, and I am going to coat them with the Mod Podge stuff, or shellac, or whatever I have back there. And so these are all glued in, and I'm just going through now, and I'm putting the chalky type tiles in. I'm going to fill it all in, and I can come back and show you. I didn't show you from the very beginning, but yeah, this is going to be my thing, and I want to look at it every day, first thing when I wake up, and set my day in motion with, today is going to be a good day. Okay, I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back, and I've done another row, and I'm doing it like, I'm trying to pick this up. I haven't glued these yet. I'm going to go through and glue them, but I just wanted to show, and kind of change the direction. And they almost look like little happy, it makes it look happier for some reason. I've done this middle row and more of a dime. I put them more like diamondy, and it almost looks like little happy hearts or something. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those in, and that's going to probably do it for today. I'll check back in a little bit. Hey, hello everyone. I'm making a lot of progress on this. I don't know if you can see. I did like a different design under the today too. I just did some up and then some going straight, and then I've come around here, and I'm gonna probably do something like that here too. I don't think I'm going to go between the letters. I think I'm just going to have it all grout. And then I've left open these spots for these final squares that are going to have the text on them. Then there's 8. There's one in every corner and one at top and bottom, midpoint and side midpoints. And then it's going to have the black grout, so it's really going to pop. And I'm really kind of happy with the way this came out. And using this stuff is so... Well, using these little... I'm going to put some clear coating over these. Using these little sandy things are so much easier to cut and shape. And the polymer clay was much less hassle than firing the kiln, too. And I've seen some polymer clay ones, and they just look so... I don't know, but this sort of does have like an earthy tone to it, and that's what I was going for. I didn't want it to look like, you know, sometimes they look so gaudy with the bright colors and, you know, but this one I think is going to be okay, especially since the whole thing isn't polymer clay. It's just the letters, today and good day. And then this is going to be a, and then these are, I'm not sure, I'm going to play around. I may, because I have way more than 8 words that I want to put on here, so I may end up doing a few, or, you know, some kind of, I don't know, that's yet to come. So I'm just coming down the home stretch. I'm just going to do this little last row here, and then I'm going to wait for those squares that I ordered on eBay or Etsy to arrive, and then I can put the final things in. But in the meantime, I can get on the computer and design the squares, you know. So there's going to be 8 different ones, and again, just like I did with this, I think I'm going to play around with some different background colors and stuff too. But I know it's hard to visualize because it's this light wood, but when it's black, it's really going to pop. It's just really going to pop. So I can't wait to see it done, and it's moving along pretty quickly. After that last keyboard one, I hadn't done one in a long time, over a year, because I was so burnt out about it all. But this, these smaller ones are pretty cool. This is like 10 by 12, or 12 by 10 probably would be the correct way to say it. All right, so I'll check back in a little bit. I just wanted to, you know, show you where I'm at. Back in a minute. Okay, I'm back and I finished in this top row. Before I was talking about diamond glaze. I was talking about Mod Podge, but the other stuff is diamond glaze. And I think I used diamond glaze on this. They're very similar. Dimensional. This is water-based dimensional adhesive, and this just says Dimensional Magic, adds dimension. But since I did the other in diamond glaze, I'm going to go ahead and do this in diamond glaze. And what I have here is just a little piece of ripped up paper cup with some wax coating on it. And you could even, I'm going to take the cap off of this. This stuff is you're going to have to pull off all the dried stuff, just like glue. See if I can get it to come out of the little dispensing thing, or am I going to have to open up the whole cap? It looks like it's dried, so I'm going to have to open up the whole cap here. If I had some toothpicks, maybe I could get that out of there. Well, here, I'm just going to use what's in this cap right here even. Let's take my... Maybe I can clean out that hole too at the same time. So I got some on the brush. It's like, you know, you could use like a shellac or something. Oh, that's definitely not enough. Nowhere near enough. Okay, I'm going to go with my... Ooh, that was way too much. I just spilled a bunch out onto this thing. Too much, probably. So I'm going to fold it and run it back down in there. Fold it and run it down in the... back down into the bottle, a lot of it. Okay. Now I'll get back to what I was doing. Let's put the cap back on it over here. And I'm just gonna, you know, like paint, regular old paint, and I'm gonna go through and tediously paint on each one, but I don't think it's that tedious. I think it's actually gonna be fine and it'll go quickly. Okay. So hope you can see what I'm doing. And that's going to give it a gloss finish, but that's also going to seal in these things so they don't break. Because that was my biggest concern with these, is that they're so flimsy, more or less, and I didn't want to. I just realized there was only one white one in the whole thing. I don't know if I should leave it, or is it that noticeable? I don't think it'll be that noticeable in the end. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Go through. This stuff's real absorbent, so I might have to do 2 coats, but I'll check back after I've got the whole thing ready to go. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so I put the coating on. I really had to pile it on thick, but it looks pretty nice. They look like they're glossy tiles. The whole thing is filled in, other than just these things. So this is dry. I'm waiting for these clear glass tiles to come so I can do the thing. You know, hopefully by putting the clear coating and then the grout around, that's going to make these durable, these crumbly tiles that I use. Because I really like the colors. It's hard to tell again, but it's going to look really cool. I can already tell when I get that black background. And I could have even gone with, this is still might be a little too popping white, you know. So I probably could have even gone with some darker colors, and I may do that around here. Or there's another thing I might do, we'll see if this is just too much and overbearing. I could always just put another, I could glue down another word with darker background and then another, you know, what you call it, over top of it. These microscope slides. And that's all these are, just broke up with my glass cutters. This is a whole one, and these are pieces of ones. So we'll see, you know, we'll see how it looks. It looks like a little bright right now compared to the rest of the text. I don't want this to be the main focus. But we'll see. This does look real good against a black contrast. It really does pop. I put it at the one before they were glued down. I put it up against some black paper, and it was looking really, really cool. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look. I'll come back after I got it all. Maybe I'll come back after we got these put down, and then I'll come back at the end after we've got it grouted. If you want to see the actual grouting process, you can look on that. I do have another video posted on that. Okay, be back in a bit. Okay, so I've been working on this piece, and I've got my tiles that I'm going to go with. I don't know if you can see these. I've just done a few versions of them. I just printed them out now. Like that Joy was a little too much, so I toned it down. Here was the first draft. The black text is just too much. So I've toned down the text, and these are going to be these, this is going to be when I get the tile, the clear glass tiles, this is what I'm going to be putting here in these corners and stuff. So it's coming down the home stretch. I think I'm getting the tiles today. So I just want to show you this. I'm going to cut them out, put them in, and then we're going to start the grouting. Okay, check back in a bit. Okay, back again. Maybe I should turn off this light if we're having some glare. I don't know if that helped. Anyways, here's, I've got them set up. I think we need a light. I got it set up here, and then here's what it looks like with the thing on it. These are cool. They're kind of faceted. I didn't really expect that, but it's maybe the light glare is not allowing you to see it, but it's going to be really cool. I can't wait to get it in place. Okay, I'll be back when I've got them all glued into place, and then after the grout will be the final thing. Be back in a bit. Okay, so I've got the tiles all glued down, and they really do look cool. I don't know if you can really tell. Healing, joy. It was hard getting it down to just 8 words. Love, miracles, create, peace, and happy. Okay, so next time you see this, it's going to be grouted, and hopefully it's all going to look good. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is how this is so light. I hope that these don't come to the forefront more than today and the good day, but we'll see. If so, maybe there's something we can do about it. Well, hopefully it'll just look cool and nice. So I'll come back and show you at the ending. Okay, so I've been got it grouted, and I've got the basic stunts. Needs a lot more cleaning up. It's looking pretty cool. I'm really liking it. Actually, I'm looking through the viewfinder, and these are looking way more contrasty than they really do in real life. So let's keep going, and I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, I've got it, the grout pretty much cleaned up. I'm going to let it set overnight, probably come back to it tomorrow. Probably can't see, but there was a lot of little dimples that got filled. It's in this yellow one. And I could sort of get it out, but this is definitely worn off. It's not shiny anymore, so I'm going to have to do one more clear coat after I got it really, 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 really cleaned. But I'm stopping for now. So here it is thus far. Pretty cool. I like it. Alright, be back to show you after I've glossed over everything and cleaned it up a little more tomorrow. Okay, bye. Okay, so the fan's running. Hopefully it's not too loud. But I did go ahead and coat these, and now what I'm doing is I'm going over it with the grout sealer. And you can watch other videos to see this step more in depth. But I'll come back tomorrow after everything's dried all the way, and we will take a look at the finished product. Okay, back to the ceiling. Okay, here it is, finished product. I'm not sure about the lighting in here. Looking through the viewfinder, it doesn't look as cool as it really is, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I don't know if an angle is going to do anything. Alright, so different multimedia using printouts from computer and some different things, and using polymer clay. I did have to go back over and give everything another clear coat, but pretty good. So remember, today is going to be a good day. Till next time.